What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video we are going to be talking about UFC champions right now, the fighters who are champions at this present moment. I'm going to be looking ahead to 2025. This is not a predicting who's champion at the end of the year video. I've already done that. This video is going to be me just looking at these champions and predicting how their 2024 is, or their 2025 I should say, is going to go, because I am predicting some of them to lose their belts. I'm predicting some of them to retain their belts, and so there's going to be some variation in what I think their years are going to look like, and that's what I'm going to be discussing. How many defenses will these champions get? Who are they going to fight? Are they going to look good? Are they going to look shit? What position are they going to be in at the end of the year? If the guys are going to lose the belt, then how are they going to go after that? Are they going to get a rematch? Are they going to fall off? Are they going to climb their way back up? That's what we're going to be discussing in today's video. Yes, I am out of ideas, in case you were wondering. Give me video ideas in the comments. Day 2, no Prates glaze. It's got me going crazy, I can't lie, no. But anyway, let's start off with the flyweight division. Please, though, donate video ideas to me for free. I'm not paying you, but give me video ideas and I'll credit you, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, let's start off with the flyweight division. Flyweight division, Alejandro Pantoja. I worked so hard for these, you guys. Don't leave, guys. This is me when I get when I look at my fucking YouTube studio and it shows me the fucking videos like 10 out of 10, like worst of my fucking videos. And guys, don't leave the video, guys. I swear, guys. I'm not going to talk about Prates the whole time, guys. I worked so hard for this, you guys. But I think Pantoja is going to have a good 2025. I think he had a great 24. He had a great 23. And I think he's going to have a great 25 as well. I think we're seeing a run. The run of Pantoja is going crazy. And this dude is climbing the ranks of the flyweight GOAT list. He's number 2 in my opinion. Not that far behind DJ. And I also think he's climbing the rankings at the lower end of the GOAT list in that sort of 25 to 15 range. He's not far off entering that top 15, I'm going to just say that. And my prediction, if I had to describe how Pantoja's 2025 is going to go, I'm saying entering GOAT conversations. Not like top 5, but like entering the top 15 of the GOAT list. Like when Lucas Tracy drops his next fucking GOAT list with Demetrius Johnson at number 17. Pantoja could be up there, you know. But I think he's going to fight Kai Kara-France in March or April. I think he's going to win that fight by either submission or dominant decision in the grappling. I think he will be way less willing to stand with Kai. I think he will just take him down. El Bazi did it. So I think Pantoja can do well there. And then I think after that, we could see him defend against the winner of Cap and Royval. I would say in like August, but depending on how much damage he takes. Like if he fights in March, April, May, June, July, he could fight in July if he doesn't take much damage. But like if he gets rocked a few times, you probably want to be taken until like August, September time. I'd say like July, August. And then if he can squeeze in a third fight at the end of the year against like an Asuel Mabayev or a Muhammad Makayev or one of these guys, I wouldn't mind that. I think we could see Pantoja get 3 defenses, which is crazy to say because he fought in December. So you don't usually see these fighters that fight in December then fighting another 3 times the next year. But I think we could see it. I think more likely it'll be 2. More likely I think it will be Kai and then the winner of Royval and Cap. I think he beats both of those guys. I think he gets to 5 defenses in the year 2025. And we start talking about this dude as a top 15 fighter of all time. Easily. Top 10, in my opinion. With the strength of schedule. But anyway, let's move on though to the next champion. Next up we got Merab Dashashvili. Hey, learn to read, speak English. My name is not Dashashvili. It's Merab Dashashvili. Merab, I think he's going to lose to Umar in January. That is my prediction for the start of his year. Now, he could win, and I kind of want him to win, because I don't want these Dagestani fans to be like, Alhamdulillah, father's plan. Haha, look at this photo of Islam and fucking Khabib and Umar. Look at these guys. Like, shut up. Fuck off. Get out the sport. No. Like, they're good, but, like, it just gets annoying, because it's like, these guys only have fans because they're fucking good. Like, I know that sounds retarded to say. That's probably the weirdest statement I've ever made. But, like, people latch on to people because they're, like, undefeated in Dagestani. Like, realistically, what is there to like about these dudes apart from them just being good? Like, there's no, like, personality. Islam has personality. Like, Umar. If you're genuinely, like, fucking rooting for Umar and, like, nervous for that fight, being like, I really want Umar to win, like, bro, get a job. But no, I think Merab's going to lose to Umar. I just think Umar's good enough to counter him everywhere and not get just out cardioed. And then what do I think is going to happen with Merab after that? I think Merab is going to fight like... I think he's just going to get sent back and just be like, all right, fuck off, go fight like Song Yadong and probably lose. I don't know. It's really difficult to know what they're going to do with Merab if he loses to Umar, because if he loses, he ain't getting another fucking title shot. He ain't getting a rematch, I'll tell you that much. Maybe they just do O'Malley versus Umar straight away and then don't make O'Malley Yan and we see Merab Yan 2. We could see that. Maybe we see Merab like Figgy or Song Yadong or one of those type of fights. They do a fucking... Okay, actually, I take it back. Do Bautista. Merab versus Bautista. So I think what we see is Merab lose the belt in January but come back with a win or two. Probably only one other win around like June, July, August, and then just chill. Like, Merab's not the most active fighter, so I think we see the loss for the belt, but he rebounds and wins a contender fight. But will still be nowhere near a title shot going into 2026. Anyway, let's move on though to the next champion. Ilya Uptoro, Top Toro. My prediction for Ilya Uptoro in 2025 is that he's going to fucking lose the belt to Jean Silva because he's just not on his level, to be honest. And I see a KO, unconscious, within 3 rounds. That's my prediction. But no, Ilya Uptoro, I don't know. It's hard to tell with this dude because he's fucking changing his mind on his career every fucking second week. Like, I don't know what this dude's fucking... What's the mental illness where you just randomly have switches? Is that bipolar? I don't even fucking know. Where you like have switches of like wanting to do one thing and then wanting to do another thing. Maybe that's called fucking indecisiveness, I'm not sure. But Ilya seems like he's just switching up his whole attitude week to week. Like, okay, I'm gonna fucking... He faces off with Volk and then like 3 weeks later it's just like, nah, I'm actually good. I'm just gonna go up to lightweight. Like, the fuck do you mean? Also, you don't weigh 200 pounds. Nobody fucking... Everyone's like, oh my god, Ilya weighs 200. No wonder he hit so hard. He doesn't weigh 200 pounds. Shut up. It's physically fucking impossible unless you're just fat, which I don't think Ilya... Unless Ilya is just an obese man outside of camp. He does not weigh... You are not in shape weighing 200 pounds and cutting to 45. He's just fucking lying, and anyone who believes that's retarded. But Ilya Uptoro... I think if he fights Volk, he wins. I think if he fights Lopez, he wins. If he fights Movzar, Grimluev, he's Rigaluev, he's probably gonna win that too. I don't know. I don't think anyone he fights in 2025 is gonna beat him. So I think in terms of featherweights. So if he fights like a Volk, or he fights... What I would prefer for Ilya... Like, I want Ilya to fight Lopez... I don't even want him to fight Volk. I want him to fight Lopez and Evloev, and then you can move up if you want. Like, if it's that deep, 3 defenses, you can go fuck off. I don't even need to see the Volk rematch. Just do like Volk versus fucking Bryce Mitchell for a vacant belt, so we can just see Volk get that belt back, and Lucas can put him at number 2 on his GOAT list. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think anyone at featherweight beats this dude. If he moves up to lightweight, that's the interesting part though, because I still think he beats Oliveira. I do. It's interesting because Oliveira is physical and he's very big. If Oliveira strikes with Ilya for more than fucking 2 minutes, he's getting chinned. I do believe that. I think he's just too sharp. Like, maybe I'm underestimating Oliveira or overestimating Ilya's ability to like translate up a weight class, because he did look kind of mid against Jai Herbert. Maybe Oliveira can mix in takedowns and grappling, but I don't know. I think Ilya matches up well with Charles. I think the only guys who would beat him would be Arman based on wrestling physicality, because it's too strong. And then I would say Islam as well. But even Islam, like, they would have to wrestle heavily. And I don't know. We still haven't really seen how good Ilya's counter grappling is, because, like, he defended a takedown or 2 off Mitchell, but he also did get taken down. So it's interesting to see. That's why I want him to fucking fight Movzar. Because, bro, if you're going to go up to lightweight to fight Arman or Islam or Oliveira, at least show you can fucking fight a strong wrestler first. Like, go fight Movzar. And if he tosses you around for 2 rounds and you get a comeback KO, then, yeah, maybe lightweight's not the best idea. But anyway, I think Ilya will go undefeated in 25. I think he'll win 2 fights. Against 2, I'm not sure. Any combination of either non-championship lightweights and featherweight title fights. Might be 2 featherweight title fights. Might be 1 featherweight, 1 lightweight. Not sure. But I don't think he'll fight for the lightweight belt. That is my one take. Anyway, let's move on though to the next division. Islam Makhachev. I reckon he's going to beat Sarkarian, and I think after that he will go up potentially. It depends though, because I think That's why my prediction was Islam fights like twice this year, like at the very start and the very end. I don't think we see Islam fight middle of the year, unless they just do fuck it, just go fight Oliveira and you can wait for a welterweight title fight. They'd be like, okay, go fight Arman. But it's weird though, like you'd think if he beats Arman and gets 4 defenses, they'd be okay with him moving up. Like there's not really a like great number one contender, unless like Gaethje fucking beats Hooker, and even that is like not interesting at all. But I guess Gaethje swindles his way into title fights off one win. That like he's the expert of doing. Like I hated the fact that this dude beat Chandler in a back and forth fucking war, and then he just like, I'm not fighting again after sitting out for like a year after losing to Khabib. It's like I'm the undoubtable number one contender, and somehow everyone just went along with it, coming off one fucking win against Michael Chandler, who lost his second fight in the UFC for the belt. Weird how Gaethje just gets unlimited title fights coming off one win. The only time he didn't was when he had to beat Fiziev. He fought Fiziev, Poirier, and then Holloway, I guess. But that was after a second title fight loss. So, I don't know. That's a Gaethje rant for you, though. But who else? What am I saying? Islam. I think he beats Arman. I think he's just too good everywhere. I know Guru's picking Arman because he thinks he's smart, because Guru loves picking fighters who lose the first fight in rematches and trying to be tricky, and then when they lose inevitably he acts like it wasn't a dumb pick. That's the Guru special, I'll say that. And I think he should even agree with that, like if he really like fucking thinks about it. But anyway, I think Islam wins fights, probably wins 2 of them. If he moves up to welterweight and fights like a Shavkat or like a JDM or something, which I don't know how he would end up fighting. I don't know what I'm saying. If he fights Shavkat, like if Shavkat beats Bilal, he moves straight up, fights Shavkat, I think he wins. I think Shavkat's mid. As I said, Prates KOs him. But I had to mention him once, guys. You can't. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Islam, I reckon he gets 2 wins in 2025. Moving on, though, to the next champ. Next up, your man, Belal. I think Belal is going to... It's weird, because I'm still not like knowing, even though yes I'm saying Shavkat's mid, I still feel like stylistically he's a decent matchup for Belal. And the reason that's a real thing, you know, Shavkat, Rakhmonov, Belal, he matches up well with Belal. You know, his strengths play into the weaknesses of Belal. So I think he can do well, because I do think Belal's striking still isn't good, and I think Belal boxing up Leon Edwards for moments of that fight isn't Belal being good, it's Leon being shit. Leon trying to fucking be Dustin Poirier, throwing up the Philly shell high guard and shit, like, it doesn't work, you're not good. But I feel like Shavkat could just aura fucking merchant his way to a win over Belal. Scrappy, close decision. I got a feeling. I'm still, even though I'm saying he's mid, I think stylistically Belal is actually a easier fight. Not like easy fight, but easier than Gary. Just because we've now seen that Shavkat's takedowns are mid. So if he's gonna beat Belal, he ain't taking down Belal. He's beating Belal on the feet. And so I think he needs to fight someone who's not as like really quick like Gary, can't cause him as many problems on the feet. Jiu-jitsu's solid for Belal, but you know, it's not amazing. But yeah, I don't know. It's a close fight. I know some people in the comments gonna be like, bro, you just hate Belal, man. You just like, you're biased, bro. I'm like, biased against who? Like, they're both Muslim. They're both from basically the same fucking region of the world. I know Kazakhstan and Palestine are from... Actually, no, because fucking Belal's from Chicago, so you can't even say that realistically. But, like, people will somehow be like, you're biased for picking a Muslim fighter against another Muslim fighter because they think one of them is, like, more Muslim than the other or something. I swear that's what it is. But... I don't know, I feel like Shavkat could just scrape a win, probably undeserved split decision kind of vibes. And then after that, Belal, they ain't giving this dude a rematch, buddy. You're fighting, who are you fighting? You're fighting Sean Brady in a rematch after that, buddy. Like, you ain't getting back to the belt. So I think we probably see Belal, he could fall off. Like, there is a chance he just randomly goes from, like, perfect performance against Leon to just looking mid. Because, like, people act like Belal was, like, looks really good in like all of his fights. Like, he looks incredibly beatable in all of his fights, but he just looks effective. So I think he could lose. And then after that, if he fights like a real easy matchup, he'll probably win. But if he fights Buckley or something, like, I feel like Buckley beats him. Like, if he's coming off a loss to Shavkat, like right now, Belal would beat Buckley. But I don't know, man. Like, Belal, I think he's kind of mid. It's crazy to say because he looked good against Leon, but I think Leon is just so easily dominatable. And Shavkat hasn't shown he's not that great, but he also hasn't shown an ability to be dominated. Like, he stays in the fight with his Leon, will just back up and allow you to dominate him. So I don't think Shavkat will do the same. I think Bilal will struggle, and then I think he'll get another fight in later on in the year, act like he deserves a rematch or some shit. They ain't going to give it to him. So I think Bilal goes 1-1 with a tough fought fight where it's like, yeah, this dude's on the wrong side of cooked at this point, but maybe he's still got a little bit left in him. That's my prediction for Bahal. Anyway, moving on though to the next champ. Stop Dricus du Plessis. I'll keep it short for Dricus. I think it's pretty simple. I think he loses. I think he beats Sean Strickland by, again, decision, but a bit more dominant, I'll say. Like, maybe a tough first round. He starts getting jabbed up a little bit early, and then he just takes over quicker, and Strickland isn't able to wrestle back any momentum. Dricus does a better job at keeping momentum. Maybe we get a late finish for Dricus. I just don't know why. I don't see him finishing Strickland. Like, nothing about that first fight shows me, like, oh yeah, Dricus is going to make some adjustments and just finish him. Like, I think both of them have adjustments to be made that will just make the fight, like, a better quality fight than the first one, like less retarded, because it was a funnish fight, but it wasn't like a skillful fight. Like, that fight wasn't talent, like it wasn't a talent worthy fight. Like, it was just like mid quality. But yeah, I think it's not like Strickland fucking pitched a perfect game and it just wasn't enough. Like, I think they both looked fucking mid, and I think both of them had things to improve on. I think Strickland had more things to improve on, to be honest, using the teep more, defensive grappling more. Like, if he can get his takedown defense even better than the first fight, he could make Dricus struggle, because like a lot of Dricus' success was off takedowns. So I'm not, like, I'm going to pick Dricus, I'm set on that, but I'm not set on like, oh, he's just going to dominate Strickland in the rematch, Dricus by whatever he wants. I hate the fucking X by whatever he wants people. It just pisses me off. Like, no, it's not Dricus by whatever he wants. Like, acting like it wasn't a fucking split decision could have gone Strickland's way in the first fight. Like, Dricus hasn't improved miraculously, like, heaps, leaps and bounds since then. He's had one fight and beat Izzy, who was coming off a fucking year layoff. Like, let's not act like Dricus is looking like some fucking unbeatable guy. He will win, in my opinion, but still. Anyway, after that, though, I am pretty set on him losing to Hamzat. I know there's some fucking random cunt that comes into my live chat and starts being like, you don't know the physicality and the cardio of Dricus du Plessis. It's an intricate thing that's not easy for people like you to understand. I'm like, alright, chill out, bro. This guy's made, bro, Dricus beat a Gracie Barra team jiu-jitsu guys. I'm like, I don't care. He ain't beating Hamzat. Hamzat's subbing him. This is where the run comes to the end. This is where Hamzat gets his fucking belt finally. I refuse to believe that Hamzat Chimaev goes from being fucking crowned as the next triple champion to never winning a belt. He will win a belt at some point. I think it will be against Dricus. And I don't think Dricus will fight again after that. Because I do, not in general, but in the year, I should say. Because I think the fight's going to happen in Abu Dhabi, like October. So I think we're going to see Dricus out for fucking ages, because UFC is just going to like want to do it in America, but they're going to be like, no, oil money. We pay for Hamzat. He fights here. And that's what will happen. But anyway, Dricus goes 1-1 but loses his belt. That's my prediction. Let's move on though to the next fighter. Alex Poitin Pereira. Now, there's two ways this goes. It's either he doesn't fight anyone until he fights Ankalaev, loses, and then maybe gets a rematch in at the end of the year and loses. That's like the bad. There's two options. I don't think Pereira has like a mid-2025. I think he either wins 2 fights or he loses 2 fights. I don't think he's fighting 3 times this year. I'll say that though. Unless he, for some reason, like, okay, there's one chance he fights 3 times this year, which is my prediction of him fighting a guy who isn't Magomed Ankalaev in March or April, because they need a main event for that card, and Ankalaev can't fight during Ramadan. That's my prediction. They might pull like a Carlos Ulberg, or they might pull someone else, or just give him fucking, I don't know who. Like, just anyone. Like, Artem Vatikov is genuinely more likely to get a fucking title shot than Ankalaev at this point. But that's my prediction. This is not even like, oh, I don't like Ankalaev. Like, Ankalaev clearly deserves a title shot. I've never said otherwise. I'm saying I think the UFC is not going to give him one. I'm saying the UFC is going to need a main event. They're going to say, alright, fuck it. Blachowicz, you can go fuck off and fight Roundtree or some shit. Go fight Ulberg or something. Not Ulberg. Go fight like Ozdemir or something. Yuri. Or no, not Yuri. But like, go fight anyone else. And we're pulling Ulberg to have him fight Pereira because we need to fight. That's what I think will happen. I think Pereira would beat Ulberg. And then I think if he fights Ankalaev later in the year, I think he wins. I don't think it's like... It's weird to say though. Like, I think if he beats Ulberg, he gets that other win in, stays active. I think he can beat Ankalaev. I think he beats Ankalaev, man, because I think people are acting like Ankalaev is just this dominant wrestler. Like, Ankalaev is a retarded human being. Look at him. Look at him. He's not smart. He will probably just strike with him until like he's getting battered and then shoot a bad takedown and get kneed in the head. Like, yes, he could get him down, and if he does, he probably wins straight away, which is like why you can never be confident in Pereira against a grappler. But like, I do see Ankalaev just being dumb and just standing with him. And I don't want Ankalaev. I believe in good things, and I don't want Ankalaev to be champion at the end of the year. So I think Pereira beats Olberg or something, or like some other random guy in like March, and then he fights Ankalaev like July, August, wins. And then the only chance he would get another fight in would be if Aspinall and John Jones fight in July, International Fight Week type setup. And then he fights the winner of that at MSG. That is the chance for him to fight 3 times. It would be an Olberg or someone fight in March, an Ankalaev fight in like June or August or something, and then a winner of Jones Aspinall in November at MSG. That's my prediction. It's either 2 or 3 fights in the year, and if he would lose to either of those heavyweights. So if he does fight the 3 times, I think he goes 2-1. If he just fights twice, I think it's 2-0 at light heavyweight. Anyway, let's move on though to the heavyweight division. John Jones, you figured it out by now. I'm saying I think he will man up and fight Aspinall in July, International Fight Week. If not, like if he drags it for that long and they fight at fucking MSG, then who knows what happens. But I think Jones fights once. I don't think he fights twice in a year. He's not that guy. I think he fights and gets smoked by Aspinall. That is my prediction for John Jones. He has a decent like round. It's looking decent early. People are like, oh, he's actually making Aspinall work for it. And I think he'll just get caught. Like, he's just not quick enough to deal with Aspinall, in my opinion. The hand speed, the power, it's too much. Physicality, I reckon he'll get him out of there. But yeah, John, if he does somehow beat Aspinall, maybe he makes a quick turnaround, fights Pereira, tries to get that 2 in. If he does do that, if he does beat Aspinall and Pereira, I'll give him his credit. Even though he's a roid cheat and a wife beater, I will say fair enough. You fight over there, you fucking go to the sport if he does that. But Aspinall, the real heavyweight champion, again, I think he smokes Tom Aspinall. John Jones. And there is a chance that he fights before then. Like, if the UFC is just like, okay, do you want to just fight? Like, and Aspinall's like, fine. But I don't think Aspinall will. I think Aspinall's now finally at that point where it's like, yeah, fuck off, I'm the champion. I'm just going to wait for Jones to either vacate or fight me because I've got longer in my career than he does. Like, I think that's what Aspinall's doing at this stage. I think he smokes Jones. If he fights Pereira, I think he wins. So we could see a 2-0 for Aspinall, but I think the more likely and unfortunate option is just 1-0. He only gets the Jones fight in. Jones ducks for a little bit and finally takes it. And then Aspinall just doesn't have enough time to fight. Maybe he does get one in later in the year against like a Volkov or a Garn or an Almeida. Who knows? But we'll see. Anyway, that'll do it, guys. Female champions, no one cares. Weili's going to defend twice or move up or something. I think Shevchenko will lose to Fiora, and I think Kayla's going to beat Pena. But yeah, that's it, guys. Leave me some video ideas in the comments. Also, for those who stayed till the end of the video, I'll give you guys a little fight announcement report. Joe Pyfer versus Kelvin Gastelum is what I've been told, per sources, of course. But you'll see what happens if that's real or not. But I'm not posting it on my community post because it means people can like fucking screenshot it and try and like figure out who gave me the information and shit, so I can't be asked. But hopefully you guys keep this on the down low if it's correct. And anyway, goodbye.